Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Buhle Mayatula, and if it is your first time tuning in, I hope you stay and enjoy, and please do not forget to subscribe. We just turned 2 on the 7th of January, and I thought as a 2-year special, let's have our first Q&A. So we have some questions here, and I'm just gonna answer those as best as I can. I've seen some of them. It's turning on the very serious side, so if you're waiting for something spicy, I'm so sorry. Let's get this shit. Let's get this shit. Let's get this shit. I am looking forward most to moving out. Like, I've been with family all year. I cannot wait to move out. I'm looking forward to a lot of things, but moving out, top one. I don't want to say that, but I do. I wouldn't be as happy. Let me put it like that. So I'm not saying that I would be unhappy, but I'm saying I wouldn't be as happy had it not been for my prior experiences. And this is not to say that we need to go through what we need to go through so that we can see the light. No, it's just that things were that bad, and maybe because things were that bad, I can no longer see how bad things are. Does that make sense? I think I'm gonna take this year to kind of reinvent myself in terms of interests, because like definitely my main interest is watching television, and I don't even watch new shows, so it's like, what do? I also don't see where you guys are getting the time to be hobby people. Second interest would then be spending time with my friends. You guys know that, you guys see that. I'm most grateful for my mom more than anything else in the world. Like, there are many things to be grateful for. I'm grateful to God for a lot of things, but like my main one is my mama. And you guys know my life and everything that I've been through, and I feel like had it not been for that woman, things would be shambolic, like even more shambolic. So most grateful for her. Bad, worst. Tricky question, because I'm definitely happier. But I don't want to minimize that. Like, there are things that I wish were better, but I don't think I struggled with them for a long time. But it's things like crime, dude. And not to say there's no crime in other countries or in Korea, but it's like just the level of crime, Joe. Like, guys, I've lost so many things. The one thing that has been very hard for me to adjust to is just the level of just how safe you must be, how like you must always be holding your wallet and your phone, and you're just like, oh my god, that has been tough. Jeez, guys. Oh, how do I start YouTube? Alright, so I'm a sharer, which is something we all know. I love sharing, and I found that sharing my life on other platforms such as Twitter and Instagram, you know, resonated with some people. They could relate, and I was like, okay, let me be the relatable bitch on YouTube. But obviously I have had to bring it back a bit in terms of the sharing, which I think was last year. Last year for me was a lot of, just learning what I can and cannot share, which resulted in us unfortunately not having as many sit down. I needed time, and I was going through so much. Like, I cannot begin to tell you guys how much the first half of the year I was just like in shambles. I couldn't put all of it out there because I felt like, yeah, I had to learn what it is I can and can't share, and when I'm ready to share it, because I feel like you do get to a point as a sharer that you feel indebted to people to share the happenings of your life with them, and I'm like, that is very toxic. Like, you don't owe anyone the explanation or whatever. So it was just, I had to learn that. If it wasn't for money, I wouldn't be working. There wouldn't even be a profession. If it wasn't for money, please, but anyway, I digress. But I don't know if the money question is speaking to if I needed the finances to study, or if I needed the finances to my salary. But if it was for the studying, I'd study still towards the same thing I'm doing. Does that make sense? Like, just up it up, upskill in that sense. And then in terms of salary, still mostly the side. Surety of things died a long time ago. Like, let's see, what one thing you've always known for sure, like like one thing I've known for sure forever is that I'm gorgeous. Like, that's the only thing that stayed constant in my life. So that's a safe answer, that I'm good. Another thing I've known for sure, I know that the question said one thing, I've also known for sure, even in the times where I wanted to doubt it, that God is real. That's it. Those are the two things, and that God is real. Self-care looks like being self-aware. It looks like understanding when it's time to be like, it's time to change something, or you're tired now, take a break. Also looks like investing in the things that interest you, taking care of also your spiritual and mental needs. I won't lie, I don't know. Self-care is setting boundaries at work, setting boundaries with your friends, setting boundaries with your family. Self-care is so broad, I don't know. Oh my god. A perfect life for me entails just like a level of financial independence that is unbelievable. It entails leisure. It entails me resting, minimal work. It's just so much. I would want to be driven. My perfect life entails me being driven. Like, I have a personal driver and we have a private chef. Oh my gosh, this is so much. Oh my word. This assumes that I have doubt. This assumes that I have doubt. Have I? Have you, girl? Have you dared? Have you dared? I don't know. But I won't lie, like, I can't give you a better answer. Like, angiyazi. Like, I can't lie. I don't even know. Like, I feel lonely so many times. And I just go through it. Like, I experience it and I'm like, you are feeling lonely right now. And I'm like, I am. Three things. The main thing about Korea, that it served its purpose. I think I can say that was the main thing about Korea. It served its purpose. I went there to take a break. I got the break. I went there to make some shmuda. I got the shmuda. I went there to reassess and to reconfigure, basically, and find out, what is my dream? Like, what are your dreams? What do you want? And it achieved that. And I think we can close it at that. Hey, I mean, y'all know I didn't like it. So there isn't a lot to say. Like, The question goes further. Let me go to the DM. Oh, to elaborate on my question, I know that so much of our identity and sense of who we are is placed on our families, where we come from, what we studied, what jobs we had, what we look like, friends are. How do you deal with changes and all of that? Sometimes not going as planned, still being content in your sense of who you are and your purpose. I will not lie, moving countries and coming back to another country have not been easy, but my main thing is my happiness. I am continuously chasing happiness. So if that change is brought about because I am chasing happiness, it's easier to deal with. Like, it's like, okay. And also when I am kind of reaping the rewards of that happiness, even the things that are sickening and hard to deal with are easier to deal with. I don't know if that makes sense. I still have people, family and friends who tell me to like pursue the CA career, which makes me sick. It makes me so mad because I know that's not my dream right now. I'm also very, whatever I do, right, whatever I do needs to serve me. Because if it doesn't serve me, I will be unhappy and I won't be good at it. And I want to be good at the things that I do. I have found something that I'm interested in and I'm like, I'm interested in it. I like that. Let me do it. And I'm good at it. Like, let me stay here. I also have a very supportive, what's this thing? Maybe son. I have a very supportive circle of people. My family is very supportive, my friends are very supportive. So dealing with these changes and being open about it, I think that's the main one as well. Like, I communicate as soon as I have an idea. I think my mom's even sick, Joe. Like, she has, when I was in Korea, I think I told my mom 5 things. 5 different things that I was interested. I was even ready to open a business. Like, yo, my mom had to listen to all of it and she was like, girl, do it, do it, do it. And we're not even talking about where we're gonna get the capital to do it, but like, she was just like, oh yeah, that's cool, let's do that. Like, my mom, yo guys, when I tell you that I'm most grateful for my mom, is because she allows me to dream, you know, change my dreams, change my mind. Like, if I'm not happy, she'll be like, oh, okay, what are we gonna do about it? So yeah, that's how I deal with changes. I'm open to change, open to it, and I communicate these changes because I don't want to deal with the weirdness that comes with changes. And you don't owe anyone those explanations, but I felt that in my life it has made moving so much easier. I would never redo teaching anyway. Woo! No, never. Not even in another country. No, no, no. So no, I wouldn't go back to South Korea other than for the purposes of travel. I would never go to South Korea for the intention to work. The second question is, why couldn't you stay the intended period? It's not that I couldn't stay, it's that I didn't want to. So don't make a mistake. So for people who haven't watched one of my catch-ups, I think, yeah, I'll just put, you know, a card or whatever for the first time over here. I don't know if it's the first time, but I think it is. But I spoke about me leaving Korea and why I'm leaving Korea, so you can see that there. I didn't have a good experience, and like I said, I am Madam Chase Happiness. So its time had to be cut. I love you, babe. First of all, yes, and yes, like, we intend to be people of YouTube this year. Please, like, I hear you guys say you like my channel, or you like my channel, or you know, but like, y'all aren't sharing my content with your friends, so they don't know my channel. So now we're not growing because you are keeping all this goodness to yourself. Please do better. Currently don't see myself abroad. I think Like it took a long time to heal from Korea, so I haven't even dreamt about it, and I've only opened myself recently to the thought of ever leaving the country again. So I don't have a country in particular in mind right now. I still need to do my research in terms of my field and what the other countries have in store for me, but to be quite honest, I'm probably here for a long time. Like, chat, you're the first to say that, which means your sense of humor is interesting. Oh, I might actually be funny. Y'all, let me know if I'm funny. Let me know. The highlights, guys, the highlights, and I think I've already mentioned like the level of safety. Guys, there's so many things. There was also just how quick everything is now, to the point where like efficiency. I like efficiency. Like I went to the doctor one day before work, or in between a 45-minute break, went to the doctor, they checked me out, they gave me my prescription, I went downstairs to get my prescribed medicine, and I still had time to go buy food. Joe! Yeah, there were many highlights we do. So like I said, coming back, I have been in between homes, which means in between provinces, not being alone. I haven't really been dealing with that part. Like I am more alone now, but like the first few months of 2021 I was not alone, and that was challenging. That was one of the things I got from Korea. Like I was allowed to just be me, who isn't affecting other people in the household. So if I don't do my bed, you're not affected. If I don't do this, or if I can't cook today, or if I can't wash dishes today, you're not affected, right? As the other person I'm living in. But if I can't do that and I'm in a home with other people, they have to do it, and it just feels so sickening that they have to do something because I wasn't able to do it. And I have more days than that, or I have more days of not being able to do things than days where I can. So it's like, ooh, no, woo, that was the biggest challenge. So I am currently not in a romantic relationship. What are your deal breakers in all types of relationships? Anti-vaxxer, if you're an anti-vaxxer. I have a long list of deal breakers apparently. Also don't know if they're genuine deal breakers or it's just things that give me the ick about people who I clearly don't like. So I have this thing where if you start to irritate me too much in the beginning, you are not mine. Like I don't want to question it, like let's not, no. If there are things that are annoying me in the beginning and it's just like things that normal people wouldn't be annoyed by, I already assume that you're not for me, because obviously like why, how are you gonna annoy me when we're supposed to be in a honeymoon phase? Beyond what I guess the normal person would have as a deal breaker, I don't think I have anything specific on my side that I would say is a deal breaker. I don't, this, guys, you want me to be shallow online? Don't do that. And friendships, ooh, I'm only friends with nice people, hey? Like my friends are the nicest people that I know in Mhlabeni. So I think a deal breaker for me would be someone ongekho right as umntu, like awukho right. Like again, I don't think that is far from what the average human being would define as a deal breaker, but I'm saying like if awukho right as umntu, let's just leave it. Let's just leave it all. I'm good. Honestly, I am good, and in the last few months I've been like, dude, you're good. Like, I experience normal sadness now, not deep, I want to die, can't wait for the world to end, I wish the world could end tomorrow, death or sadness. I have felt good for a long time. I would never recommend adulting. Leave it don't grow. And I try to treat myself as a kid as much as possible, so do that. So I think for me, really, it's I have not committed to do too much. Like, I want to share, I want to be a regular poster, I want, guys, for both of us, for all of us, I want that. But I know myself and I know my capacity, and as a person who can barely function normally on a normal day, as a person who is still learning to make her bed every day because of just the energy that it requires for her to be normal, I cannot say, hey guys, every 2 weeks, every month, every week, we're gonna do this. I know. So I think the thing that has kept me is really being aware of the times where I can do it and times I can't. And I can also hope, like I can only hope that we'll get better because we're mentally getting better. But other than that, other thing obviously is the support. Like, people do tell me in private, which I wanted, it needs to move down there as well. in a button as well. But I have very, like, people who enjoy my content really keep me going. I don't think the fame is the problem. I think it's how the person deals with fame. So like, there are famous people who are just not nice. Then obviously now. But if I marry a famous person and they're really nice, maybe. I've never been totally against. I mean, okay, like, famous how? Actually, because I just realized, like, why are they famous? Yeah, let's talk about why they're famous, and then we can consider marrying them. What do you want to say to Joe Biden? My go-to mechanism is getting junk food, so I'll most likely get myself a McDonald's meal and put on a comedy and watch. Coping mechanism, I will always decide now, like immediately when I feel like I'm right, I know I'm not cooking, I know I'm not doing anything outside of the work that needs to be done. I'm gonna eat, I'll even get snacks, child. If I feel like I need snacks, I will just get like a party joe and watch something that will make me happy. That is my go-to. Playing Barbies with you, bitch. Guys, yo, we were so happy as kids. Like, my sister and I always think about it. We're like, we were so happy. Do you remember how happy we were? So happy, like, we were so happy. My fondest, the house parties that our parents used to host. Oh my word. Like, that's where you made your friends who became cousins, or you found out that your cousins were your cousins. Like, it was amazing. There are many though. There are many. Okay, I think stinky mouth, and I haven't thought this through, but I'm saying I can deal with being alone, and like, we're living in the era of mosque and I don't go out, so like, you know, with the stinky mouth, like, all I have to do is not really speak, right? Like, I can be a quiet person who only speaks to herself, who speaks over the phone, but body odor, where can you go? Like, you can't be with anyone. I don't know. First of all, I don't really listen to music, so I can't give you a verse from favorite artists from my head. Like, I don't even know the lyrics to songs. If you watch that Sun City video, you can confirm that I am not good with lyrics. Shower sing? No, I don't sing in the shower. Maybe in the car, and I'm usually praising God in the car and in my shower if I am. So yeah. Don't make me shy. You make me shy. Thank you. I have none. If there is a talking stage, it needs to last 30 minutes. I think I need to define what a talking stage is and what dating is and what a relationship is, because I think I have room for dating, right? Seeing different people, trying to establish, you know, whether or not we can vibe into a relationship. And a talking stage really feels like a fake relationship. And a relationship, yeah, a talking stage is really just a fake relationship where no one or one party isn't ready to commit. And that's why I'm just like 0. I had to remember, I did with Solange hair. You hate me, friend. I eat chicken, I just don't love it. I still eat chicken, but it's just not my fave. I love gospel. Oh my goodness. Love gospel, so it's gospel. Then for the others, it's like a mixed masala. So I like R&B, I like soul, I like neo soul, I like, you know, afro soul, I like jazz. So anything that's calm, dude, like just be calm. Like I like those songs. Manos ni calento. Hey, that is not fair. That's not fair. I think it's not fair because we all recently watched Spider-Man and we all like felt so emotional and like happy and like I think I'm just genuinely not a person of favorites. So I don't believe at the moment I can state which Marvel movie is my favorite. And the character, again, not a person of faves. So yeah, my favorite Marvel character, I mean, I don't think anyone else's death would have touched me the way it touched me when Iron Man died. So maybe Iron Man. And I don't know if this is influenced by my cousin Frisky, but I think it might be Iron Man. Like I cried like but if anyone else died, because if you asked me a few years ago, I probably would have said Thor. I think I loved Thor for such a long time. Oh my gosh, then there's Captain America. Oh my gosh, no, leave the question. Done. Just tell me when. Just tell me when. I haven't yet. I'm disappointed in myself because I definitely was with everyone at Groove last week saying Harry Potter special coming. No, we're gonna watch. So I don't have a reason why I haven't watched. I probably haven't just been in the mental space to consume a new thing. I have been rewatching Gilmore Girls, so like I've just needed like that sense of peace, calm, whatever. I can't believe we're still recording. You know what? I don't know. I'm hoping it's God. It has to be God. But the one thing that I've consistently told people when I'm asked about anything regarding my mental health, and especially my low days and my low points, is that I enter it. You know, if I'm not feeling good, if I know that tense, I don't try to push it away. Like I don't try to fight too much. Like if I'm there already, I'm just like, you're here, and I acknowledge it and I see it for what it is, and that has helped me, to be quite honest. And I also communicate that with those around me or those close to me, so everyone knows I'm in the space, and I think that keeps me just above the water, like being able to be vulnerable and tell everyone this is what I'm currently going through, and having everyone else try to do the lifting while you're just trying to breathe. Like, if Diagoa, like there's no fighting it. Like, it's been dope, it's been unexpected, it's been a blessing from God, and I don't take it for granted that I am finally in a position where I don't feel like I'm questioning too many things about my career. Like, all I'm questioning is where we're going from here, but it's not questioning which redirection do we need. Does that make sense? And like I said, I did that work. I did the work of finding myself, finding what I want, like realizing that I do have interests and where those interests lie, and trying to find, you know, a career that speaks to those interests, or a job or work that speaks to those interests. So I think the main thing is also not to pressure yourself, because sometimes we want things now, it must happen tomorrow, it must happen next week. And like I said, for me it took at least 2 years to figure out what I want to do. So yeah, do something that you need to do now, but like in the process of doing that thing, learn yourself, relearn yourself. If you know that there's redirection required from your side, take the redirection. You don't need to try too hard. You can do whatever you want. Like, there's someone for everyone. Not everyone's gonna enjoy your content. I think YouTube has really taught me what we've all been told, like not everyone needs to like you, but there are people there, and those are the people that matter, and that's who you focus on. So it's taught me how to focus my energy on not being likable. Like, it took a while, but it's like I for years I just wanted to be someone who was liked. So yeah, it's taught me that I can't be everyone's cup of tea, and that's okay. I'm not everyone's cup. I don't want to be everyone's cup of tea. Currently, yes, I see myself living in South Africa for the rest of my life. I see myself traveling abroad from time to time, and if I were to relocate abroad, it would also be for like a year again or 6 months, but it wouldn't be like I'm taking my entire life and moving it elsewhere. And I think in the event that I'd leave, my whole family would have to come with me. Like, I will never leave my family for a long time. Nope. Honestly, it's been okay, and I don't want to say great. I'm grateful for the support. Like, numbers wise, whatever, it's been more than I could ever imagine. My goal is to have focal points per quarter. Like, we know that we're touching mostly on this point this year. I do want to move away from vlogs. I create vlogs as a way to also avoid being quiet for too long. YouTube has been okay. YouTube has been okay, and it can definitely become good, and I'm ready to get good. I definitely do have goals this year. Won't share them in, like, you know, just to avoid like pressure, like. I guess at the end of 2022 we'll have a discussion about, did I achieve them or didn't I? Because yeah, there are many goals. There are so many goals. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.